I'm gonna be very upset if somehow I manage to pack this Trailblazer card after doing this fucking 700k SBC. And if he's untradeable, I'd be pissed off. Because if he was tradable, I'd just sell him and just stick with the player of the month.
Yeah, I hate how to do untradeable cards.
Yeah, it's so fucking annoying. Like, I understand in some instances because, like for the store, like, buying packs, I can understand untradeable because they can those packs tend to be a little bit cheaper than their tradable counterpart. But like almost every SBC pack is untradeable. And that's where most people get their packs from. Like, the whole untradeable thing is just stupid. Like, I really don't understand. Like, I understand why at the same time, because if every card was tradable, the market would be boosted like crazy and everything would be cheaper, and that's not good for EA.
I see. Fuck that game.
Yeah, and then today, again, like I was talking with Dr. Van Leer, because it's much easier to talk to her than it is to talk to Dr. Hahn, because, you know, no offense to Dr. Hahn, he's a very sweet man. You can't understand the shit he says, though. But Dr. Van Leer, she was asking me questions because she has, like, she's doing this presentation at CNU. For some reason, I don't know why. I didn't ask. But she was like, hey, I can ask you some questions regarding my presentation. I was like, what? I was like, what presentation? Well, because she confused me because it's like her office is right across from my office. And she was like, hey, Coleman, can I ask you? I was eating. She was like, oh, when you're done eating, can I ask you some questions? I was like, for what? She said, then she gave me the whole spiel about, I am doing this presentation, yada, 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 yada. I was like, sure. I don't know how much help I'll be for you, but sure. She was like, she was like, well, it's just because you worked in admin and, you know, part of my presentation, or I think her presentation was on, like, something about medical labs and the different, like, jobs and stuff like that. It was basically like an explanation of, like, what you can do in medical labs, like the variety of stuff. And she was like, you know, since you worked in the gross room and you worked in admin, like, you can give me some insight. Like, she didn't really need to ask me some questions because she actually started off at Centera Norfolk gross room years ago before she was a doctor. And then she went to medical school and now she's a pathologist. She's pretty young. I think she's probably like late 30s.
Oh wow.
But yeah, and she started asking me questions. I was like, I was hired as a LST, a laboratory support technician, so it's a bit different than, like, they don't really hire CLAs anymore, which is a clinical lab assistant, because first off, they get paid less because that position doesn't require a degree. And most people don't want to stay there for that long if they're not making as much as everybody else for doing pretty much the same amount of work. And also, it's in order to work in the gross room, you need to have a degree. So even in admin, they like to hire LSTs so that way they can cross train if need be. what they did for, like me, for example. I
Yeah.
got cross trained like after my first month there. Um, but yeah, she kept asking me questions like I don't know. Like I got hired as an LST. I couldn't tell you because she got hired as a CLA years ago, and she was only making like it was like 15 years ago. She was making $12 an hour, which 15 years ago was pretty decent. I feel
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's not great, but it's better than. It's honestly probably like equivalent of what I'm making right now. My God, my throat. But like, she was like, "Well, like, what's the starting salary for an LST?" I was like, "Well, when I got hired, I started off at 1738, and now I'm only making 1777."
The bedroom lock is controlled through the
That's
local
crazy,
network.
actually.
Get me as clear a Wi-Fi signal as you can, and I'll override it.
Look out! A camera!
Yeah, no. Come the end of the year, because I don't even remember like, because we didn't get our pay raises until like April or something like that, or June. Definitely April. Maybe May. I don't know. It was sometime in the spring when we got our pay raises, but like we have our evaluations, I think, at the end of the year, maybe January or something like that, which dictates if we get a pay raise, which I already know they're gonna give me good marks, so I don't really care. But if they don't give me an actual pay raise, I'm gonna be pissed. If I get another like 30-cent pay raise, I'm gonna be pissed off. Well, because also we were expecting a market eval, but it was never like confirmed. It was always like, oh, thought they're doing market evals for the hospital, but we don't know if they're gonna do it for the labs. I was like, what kind of bullshit is that? Like, how does that make sense?
Watch the guard!
Yeah, she just kept asking me questions. She was like, so like, what kind of benefits did you get? Well, I started off part-time, but I still got all the benefits that
You got full-time
like you
benefits
would
on
if you were full.
part-time?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like a difference because like you accrue PTO and sick time at the same rate,
Guard!
part-time or full-time.
Uh-huh.
It's just I accrued less because I worked less hours. Like the
I
rate was
see.
still the same. So like literally no difference except the fact that my health insurance was actually a little cheaper because I was part-time. So really I'm getting fucked over by going full-time because now I have to pay a little bit more in health insurance every month. But I had to get moved to full-time anyways just because A, there were no part-time positions for the gross room, and also they have I guess what you can call a bank for
There's the camera!
the
A camera!
pay. I don't know how to word it. Like they have like this is
Like
the budget. That's the
yeah,
word.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The payroll budget?
Yeah, that one. And when they were short-staffed, they said they basically said I can come whenever I want and I can leave whenever I want. To help in all departments
Uh-huh.
because admin was short-staffed and the grocery were short-staffed, which I was the only one that could do both.
Guard, over there!
So they were like,
Watch the guard!
if you want, you can come in early and stay late. Yada yada. I only came in early. I didn't stay late, but that was only for a couple days though, and then I got shipped off to Odyssey. So I got screwed over. I can't really say I got screwed out of money because I do get money for travel, but I got screwed out of overtime money, which may have been more.
Okay.
Because overtime's time and a half. which actually would have been more. I would have been getting more if I didn't get shipped out to overseas. Because I only get paid $27.25 every time I drove out there for like a one-time payment. But it goes straight into my bank account. It doesn't like go through my paycheck and get taxed and anything. It gets counted as an unrestricted fund. Which is also part of a pool of money that they have.
That did something. Check the wall
And
panel
then
behind the bed.
Daniel the other day, last week on Wednesday when I was at
It requires a code to open. Check the
Norfolk, he
office.
was joking. He was like, well, how would you feel about learning how to cover the Blue Ridge sites? I was like, yeah, you're fucking, I was like, you're fucking smoking. Like, no, thank you. Well, because if I were to do that, they actually do you good because they pay for your hotel. They give you money for food while you're out there, I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty good.
But it's just you have to stay in a hotel for however long it is.
Yeah. It seems like it would be fun.
Yeah.
Spotted a guard.
But I mean, not all hotels have like, yeah, but not all hotels have like
Watch the camera.
a washer dryer system. So like you'd have to go to a laundromat if you were there for an extended period of time, like I am right now at Oversea.
Okay.
But I mean, the Blue Ridge areas are nice because one of them's in Charlotte. One of them's technically in Rockingham, but it's pretty much Harrisonburg, which is where JMU is at. And the other one is in Halifax, which is like way out there. And then there's also Northern Virginia, which they count as the Blue Ridge just because it's not
Get down.
in the Hampton Roads area. Because like they have the Blue Ridge ones, which are those 4 hospitals I just said. Then they have the South Side, which is everything south of the peninsula, and then they have the peninsula, which is just Williamsburg and Careplex.
Search the filing room for the key card. It should be there.
And then there's Albemarle. I think they count Albemarle as South Side. That's the one that's in North Carolina.
Get into the office.
I think they just counted as South Side. It's only like an hour away. I say only. But like it's not crazy far. And the only reason why I said that was because like he was like, "Oh, you know, you have." He was like, "You were at Princess Anne today, weren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "You almost have access to all the labs in Centera." I said, "Yeah, I'm just missing a couple now." He was like, "When are you going to Lee?" I was like, "Technically, the 22nd or 3rd or something like that." But I don't think that's gonna happen anymore.
What's going on?
The 25th was when I was supposed to go to Lee, but I don't think that can happen anymore. Well, I know it can't happen anymore. But they were also not gonna be able to do it anyways. Because I would require a couple of days to get used to Lee, because it's got a pretty heavy workload for one person. And apparently the OR run is kind of fucked up. Because you gotta like walk around pretty much the entire hospital.
Find it.
Oh damn.
Search for a switch or something.
Princess Anne's OR was really nice.
One of those numbers must be the vault code.
Why isn't anybody doing anything?
Overseas OR is alright. Norfolk's OR just looks scary.
Enter the vault
Like,
code.
gray walls. There's a bunch of like silver shit everywhere. Kind of looks like an insane asylum.
God damn it, enough is enough! The drive must be inside. Get it opened!
I didn't really see Careplexes because you kind of walk in the back. Same with Williamsburg.
Great. Now, make sure they haven't added any additional encryption to the drive. Plug it into the computer in the office. More cops on the way. They're in 30 seconds. The cops are bringing in the big guns. Dozer's coming.
Yeah, like I already knew that they were gonna have to extend the overseas stay a little bit just from how Rob was wording things when I was at Norfolk the other day. He was like, yeah, we're gonna try and get you a break from there. Yada yada yada. And in my head, I'm like, break, like I technically only have a week left. I didn't say that. But like when he said that, I was like, man, like, fuck y'all. Like I already know what that means. Like why else would he say we're gonna try and get you a break?
On site. Sabotage squad on site. Watch out. It is done.
Holy shit.
I can take it.
I just feel bad for Jada whenever she does actually get it, obviously. Because I don't know how she is personality wise, but Mary will drive anybody crazy. And it's like I always feel kind of bad because like sometimes I feel like I'm a little rude. 'Cause I don't really respond to everything she says, but at the same time I'm just like, just stop talking. Like, I didn't respond to you. Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe I just want to be sitting in silence for a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Because like she's always like talking to herself as well, and I'm like, shut up. You don't see me talking to myself. I just sit there and do my job and move on to the next thing. Like,
Dallas is down.
like these slides aren't gonna talk back to you. Stop. And it's like I don't even know what she'd be doing all day as well. Because when she's off and they have someone, oh, wow, what calls my dad laughing at me? And whenever someone's there covering for her, like they be doing the same shit I'm doing. They're just sitting there on their phone. So what the fuck is Mary doing all day? Like, she just seems like she's always doing some sort of work, and I'm like, what are you doing? You can't be doing anything. Like, are you just looking at the same slides over and over again? Like, the diagnosis has already been made. What are you reviewing it for? You're not going to learn anything else. You've been doing this for like 40 years. You're not going to learn anything new. Because like so she's a cytotech, so she reviews the cytology slides before they go to the pathologist. The cytology slides are like the little procedures that they do, like core biopsies and fine needle aspirates and stuff like that, and like bronchial brushings and it's stuff that doesn't involve tissue. Okay, I can't say it doesn't involve tissue because core biopsies technically involve tissue, but it's stuff that doesn't involve like bigger pieces of tissue. We'll go with that. And so like she'll review those and give like an initial diagnosis. You know, like what she thinks it is. I really have no idea what the fuck the point in that is because it's not like their diagnosis means anything. Because the pathologist is the one that makes the actual diagnosis. So I really don't understand what the point in a cytotech is. In terms of just making a diagnosis, it makes no sense to me. But, you know, what do I know? And it's like I said, like when someone's there covering for her, like they just sit on their phone all day. And it's like, how are they doing the same shit you're doing, but like 20 times as fast? And you've been doing this shit for like 40 years. And like she's just an odd person as well. You know, like she's a super sweet lady. Like, but you have to like come to like a realization that if I'm kind of just sitting there listening to you talk, but I'm not really giving you any like responses, I don't care. Like, I'll sometimes, you know, talk with her about whatever. But for the most part, I'm kind of just sitting there just nodding my head and kind of giving, like, a stupid little smile. Like, it's like she'd be, like, talking about her cats and stuff all the time. And, like, how they be bothering her old cat. Like, she has new kittens. And she's like, oh, they climbed the fence and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, oh, no, that's not good.
That's crazy.
Like, that's crazy.
Damn. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, please just like take a hint. Like, just. And then like sometimes like I'll be trying to go and do my job. Like I stand up and I'm start walking out the room and then she starts talking to me. And like me standing up was not an invitation for you to start a conversation with me. I'm trying to, I gotta go do something. Like, I gotta go to the OR. Like, leave me alone. And then like after like 10 minutes of her talking to me, she's like, all right, you gotta go. Go. I'm like, I had to go 10 minutes ago. Stop. I just like slowly start inching out the door. And then it's like sometimes like I walk out the door while she's talking and you know, I stop for a second and then she goes back to looking at her microscope and then like I hear her talking while I'm like down the hall. I'm like, lady, I'm not there anymore. Who are you talking to?
That would drive me insane.
Like, I'm not there anymore.
Yeah, I would go crazy.
And it's like, that's pretty much the only place I can be because the grocery room I can't be on my phone and I'm not just going to the grocery room for 8 hours doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, unless I go to, like, the cafeteria and just sit in, like, that area. But, bro, there's nothing but old people in this hospital. Like, every single fucking person in that cafeteria that's eating, every patient is, like, fucking 70 years old. I see, like, no young patients there. And have I told you about the autistic, like, linen girl?
Yes.
She drives me fucking bananas as well. It's like every time she sees me, she says the same thing. She's like, they still got you stuck here? And I'm like, clearly. Like, no, I just decided to come here because I was bored. Like, what? Clearly, I'm still here. And like, the fuck most brain dead shit she ever said. She was like, "Overseas gonna be bigger than Norfolk one day." I'm like, "Oh yeah, really?" I was like,
No, as
"What?"
long as
I was like, I was like,
fucking, as long as the fucking Navy is in Norfolk, Norfolk will be the biggest city in the area.
well, she was talking about the hospital itself.
Yeah,
I was
still
like,
though, still.
I know, but she said she was like, "Well, there's more land area." I'm like, "Yeah, empty land. Like, what do you mean?" Like, Norfolk's the only trauma center in the area. So all the trauma patients are like
Yeah,
all the
bro.
like bad trauma patients are gonna go there. It's also the biggest hospital in the area. It literally has everything.
Yeah, bro.
And it's pretty much the most central hospital as well. For like all of the Hampton Roads area.
Yeah. What's the population of Suffolk?
It's a great question. Um So the population of the independent cities in the Hampton Roads area as of 2019, Virginia Beach is at the top at 449,000. Norfolk's in second with 242,000. Along with Chesapeake, Newport News, Hampton, Portsmouth, then Suffolk down in seventh with 92,000.
Only 242,000 people live in Norfolk.
It's smaller. And it's also more expensive, I think.
I see. I completely forgot
Depending.
Virginia Beach was the biggest.
Yeah. It's crazy that Virginia Beach is twice as much as Norfolk.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Twice as actually, if you put North, actually Chesapeake has more people than Norfolk as well.
No way.
There's the guard.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Chesapeake has 244,000.
Wow.
Yeah, if you put Norfolk and Chesapeake together, I think Virginia Beach still has more people.
The bedroom lock is controlled through the local network. Get me as clear a Wi-Fi signal as you can, and I'll override it.
Guard, over there.
But yeah, Norfolk's the only tier 3 trauma center in the area, so I mean, there's a reason that's the reason why they have Nightingale.
Yeah.
Spotted a guard.
Oh my god, today was a shit show at OBC though, I'll tell you that. At like 8 o'clock, there was an announcement over the PA for a mass casualty at the emergency room, which is like literally right across the hall from where I work. And they only have 2 CT machines at OBC, which the ER by default need one of them. And they do a lot of the procedures that I need to get signed off on in the other one. But for mass casualty, they have to postpone all procedures. So that way the ER has access to both CT machines.
Yeah.
So the procedures that I was supposed to go on today got canceled because the mass casualty thing took pretty much all day. Yeah, but imagine your hospital only having 2 CT machines, and you're going to say that OBC is going to be bigger than Norfolk. What? Fucking crazy. Like, I really just didn't know how to respond when she told me that as well. Like, I kind of just, I sat there dumbfounded because, like, I was leaving the elevator as she said that. And, like, as I was walking down the hall, I was like, what the fuck did she just say to me? Like, that has to be, like, the most retarded thing I've ever heard. Like, even if I didn't know anything about Centero's hospitals and stuff like that, like, that would still be the most, like, asinine comment I've ever heard. Like, to tell me that the swampy marshlands of Suffolk is going to have a bigger hospital than Norfolk when it doesn't even have a comparable population.
How much was Suffolk's again?
Like 92,000.
Oh, wow.
It's over twice as much that Norfolk has.
That should do it.
I was surprised today as well on my drive home. I hit pretty much no traffic.
Look for a switch or a hidden
Like,
panel or
You work
something.
at.
that's actually,
You started
I think
at
you got it.
7.
Check if something happened to the wall
O'clock
panel
shit,
behind the
yeah,
bed.
but I mean, I'm still leaving at the same time. The only reason why I'm just going in at 7:30 now is to counteract me leaving early.
Okay.
So now I'm technically not leaving early, and I'm hitting 8 hours every day now. Because before I was like short a couple days. Because I would try to get out of there by 4, so that way I didn't hit as much traffic. But I still usually hit traffic. It just usually wasn't. I'd usually get through about halfway of 64 between where you get onto 64 and then where you cross the bridge. That's about halfway through there. I'd hit traffic. Versus where if I left at 4:30, I pretty much hit traffic the minute I got on. I don't even know what the fuck the road is. In my head, I know what the road is, but I don't know what it's actually. I don't know what the actual highway is. Is that what? That might be what it is. I don't know. Something like that. Like, I'd be hitting traffic pretty much right as I get on the highway.
Sniper taken care of! These assholes ain't so tough! Zapper in play! These assholes! Push harder! Hit 'em down!
Dallas is down.
We need to end this
Sending
now!
in the weapon now.
I'm dreading Wednesday though. Dr. Troyer's gonna be at OBC. And God forbid if we get a frozen that day. That's the man with the shaky ass hands who literally gives me so much anxiety when he's going to cut anything. I looked at the OR schedule and I don't think there was any thing that would be sent down for frozen, but who fucking knows.
We need to end this now.
'Cause last Wednesday there was like 6 frozens.
Don't let your guard down.
I wasn't there though, so the one day I wasn't at OBC, we got a bunch of frozen.
Looks like there's a panic room hidden inside the office.
Robert was actually like cussing me out. Not actually, but he was just like, he was like, of course.
Or a switch or something.
Yeah, he was like, of course, the one day. I was like, hey man, I ain't the schedule. You could have looked at the OR schedule. They schedule these surgeries way in advance. Sounds like a you problem, my guy.
You have 30 seconds until the assault. Lock and load. Careful, they're sending in cloakers. Cops inbound. Stay on your toes.
I got the cloaker. Kill the motherfucking nader. I'm about to shoot that fucking grill. Lock him down. You're gonna be DOA.
Good, I'm too good.
Sabotage spawn on site. Watch out.
So bad.
The duality of man. When's the Ubisoft Pirate game supposed to come out?
Don't let up. Keep out.
Was it Skull and Bones or something like that?
I do not know the Ubisoft.
We need to end this now.
Blazing Sales is free on Epic Games Store right now.
Okay.
One of those codes should get you into the vault.
Better get that shit. Pirate Battle Royale.
that the one I sent in the Discord?
Dallas is
I
down.
think so, yeah. Yeah, they got a big sale going on right now because Far Cry 6 is 75% off. I already have Far Cry 6, but
They'll be back before you know it.
I thought there was a Ubisoft pirate game. Is it? Blazing Sails isn't. No,
I think
it is. I
I've
forget.
heard of it.
I think it's Skull and Bones. But I might be tripping.
Enter the vault code.
I don't.
I'm tracking
Is it
another
only on the
assault.
fucking
Oh,
Ubisoft
for fuck's
Connect
sake, there are
thing?
more layers to this than
Because
a
I'm gonna be
fucking
pissed
birthday
off because
cake.
Ubisoft Connect
Crack
sucks
that
ass.
safe. The drive must be inside. They're sending in dozers. They're done holding back. Get ready for it. Good. Plug it in. We need to remove any additional encryption they may have added.
Yeah, Skull and Bones, a pirate game. Honestly, I so hope they do this right because if so, I feel like it's gonna be like
I got the hack running.
Black Flag in a
Cops
way.
are bringing in sabotage
Fucking
specialists.
better be.
But it's Ubisoft though, so you know.
Shield the fucking shield. I can take anything. You think you can take me down?
Somebody help Wolf.
People are saying it's a spiritual successor to Black Flag. Just because it's a Ubisoft.
Tactical shield unit taking points.
It has a firm deadline in 2024, following years of trouble.
How long has it been in development
This was-
for?
A couple years now, because it actually got canceled. Like they stopped working on it back in 2022, and they've since restarted development. This article saying it'll be released before March 2024. Yeah, so it was first announced in 2017. And it's had 6 big delays.
It is done.
They had a closed beta a couple months ago, actually. Oh, they've got sea monsters and naval battles. It kind of seems like it's going to be a more realistic Sea of Thieves type of game.
Interesting. Is it gonna be $70 fucking dollars?
I was about to say it's Ubisoft, but then also they didn't make Mirage
Shoot,
$70.
Mirage was $50.
So, yeah. So who knows? They might make it cheaper, but just, you know, make a shit
They're about to launch a fucking
game.
assault.
I say shit game. They'll make a buggy game. You already know that.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Of course, it's Ubisoft.
So it says it's a multiplayer open world game with naval battles at its core. The combat still resembles Black Flag, albeit with some more exotic weapons and tools.
Good. That's what I mainly care about.
You can leave the helm to explore hideouts and outposts whenever you're sailing around. You're effectively playing as the ship.
Ah, dang. I don't know about that one.
But that's just when you're sailing around. So I don't. How's that multiplayer gonna work then? Is it just like everyone has their own ship type of multiplayer then?
I don't know.
I kind of hope that's not the case. It would have been sick to, all be on the same ship. Because, let me read the whole sentence. Although almost all the action takes place from the captain's perspective, so while you can leave the helm to explore hideouts and outposts, whenever you're sailing around, you're effectively playing as the ship. You can't get up and explore the rest of the ship, nor can you take part in island raids.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah. The main aim of the game is to become the most infamous pirate in the Indian Ocean.
Indian, huh?
Oh, so you're looking for the One Piece, huh? You know what's crazy? I might be stupid for this, but I only just found out that the "Can You Get Much Higher" that's a Kanye song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
So high.
I don't know how this works. Because it says to become the most infamous pilot in the Indian Ocean, working your way up from having a tiny one-person vessel to a fleet of warships. So, like, how's the multiplayer going to work on? Oh, there's a whole thing for multiplayer right here if I kept scrolling. While you can play any of the activities solo, Skull and Bones is a multiplayer game first and foremost. So they can all be played with other players, and the open world itself is full of other player-controlled pirates. That doesn't mean you're always at risk of being sunk. You can't just start firing on other pirates willy-nilly. Instead, there are optional PvP servers for those who prefer a little more risk. The alternative PvE servers offer a bit more chill, but don't think you'll be safe from the impending doom of ferocious storms and shark-infested waters. What the fuck is a shark gonna do against my boat? Unless we talk about the little like dinghies. Of course, you can also invite friends and people you meet to join your party and set sail side by side. So it does sound like you're on your own individual ship.
Back from retirement. Good. I am pleased.
Interesting.
If you're interested in a high-paying job, I can think of nothing better than Ashton Fine Jewelry Store. It may not look like much, but don't let a humble facade fool you.
That is
It's
the
owned
end
by a
of
corporation called International
the article.
Diamond Enterprises. They are very good at making stones from, shall we say, conflicted areas of the earth. Not so
That kind of sucks. I kind of wanted
There's
a
plenty of valuable merchandise
Sea of
to bring
Thieves
you right into
style
the VIP showroom. I have reliable information
game.
saying they just received a large shipment of blood diamonds.
where like everyone's on the
There's,
same
however, a
ship.
catch. They're using a technique called subsurface laser etching to mark the stones. Impossible to spot it with the naked
Oh, I
eye,
hate the
but
fucking
instantly
loading
detected.
times in this game.
There it is. Ashton Fine. Mask up straight away or
And I
go
saw the most
inside?
ridiculous Bayern news today. Do you remember Socrates, The Greek center back that used to play for Dortmund, then went to Arsenal.
Kind of.
So he's a free agent right now, and Bayern are having center back problems. Apparently, he's hoping that Bayern approach him to sign him. I'm sorry, but I would have so much preferred, because he turned down an offer from it was some Spanish club, I don't remember.
Villarreal.
I really don't. It's one of them types of clubs.
Getafe.
Nah, it was like a Real Sociedad, Villarreal style team. I don't like one of them ones.
Yeah.
But like, I would have if we I'll actually be pissed off, because I would have just preferred for us to sign Boateng. I really don't understand why they didn't sign him. I don't know if it's just because of his legal issues that he had with the whole abuse allegations. Bayern just didn't want to be a part of that anymore. Or what? But because like he was training with Bayern for a little bit. Shut up, man. Who invited you?
I still have to do research.
Still?
Yeah.
For what companies that you want to talk to?
Well, I already know my number one.
Who dat?
That's the one I fucking applied for.
PepsiCo.
Summer. No, navfac.
Where are they based out of?
Norfolk. Well,
Yeah,
navfac
Norfolk.
Mid-Atlantic is Norfolk.
It's
But
crazy because
my friend's
I'm
dad
gonna be applying to
hire
the
me.
same place. Oh, whoa, hang on. Let me get in contact with Yuri.
Hell no. I want the job. I want the job.
We're gonna have different jobs.
I want it. That's true. I'm gonna do like HVAC and plumbing. You're gonna do the electrical stuff.
No, Ryan gets hired as a computer engineer there.
Hey, whatever job
how do
that
I
guy
do the
wants,
voltage
give it to
division?
me.
This basement is too secure.
Guys, it's my first day on the job. He calls Brian. Hey, Brian, what is this?
What was the Kirchhoff's loop rule?
You make a loop-de-loop and pull.
Okay, alright. So help me settle this bet. I was talking.
Hey, Brian, you want to come to bring your friend to work day?
When is that?
I can swear I just saw
No, I was making a joke for Ryan.
I'll go.
Yeah, makes sense.
I don't know if you'd want to go to my job.
I ain't got nothing else to do.
Hey,
For now.
why do
Yeah,
you want
maybe
me
you guys
to
can
answer
tour
all these
houses while you're out
questions,
there.
huh? I've got enough to deal with as it is. Leave me alone.
I don't do anything all day anyway, so I don't think they'd really miss me if I ended up leaving for a little bit. I honestly genuinely think I could just like leave for like a couple hours in the middle of the day, and like they'd just be like, "Oh, where are you at?" And I was just like, "Oh, I was just touring the hospital."
Yeah, but Colin wouldn't do that because I told him he should do that. And he's like, well, I can end up in one of those areas I'm not supposed to be at. And they're going to be like, who are you?
If you want to make use of her, you better hurry.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't be touring the hospital. I'd just be, leaving the hospital and then coming back like 2 hours later.
Fuck.
Because it's like from 8:30 to, depending on, like for the past couple days, because there hasn't been anything to pick up at around 10, I haven't been going on a run until 12:30. So from 8:30 to 12:30, I don't do anything. And then I usually don't even send a cooler anymore at 1. Just depends on how many big buckets I have. If I have too many big buckets, then I have to send the cooler. But I haven't had too many big buckets because I haven't had any big cases. Because typically the big buckets come from like breast reductions. But there haven't been any. We only get the medium-sized buckets
El
from
medium.
placentas.
Placenta.
Yeah, placenta, and don't forget the umbilical cord. That's block A1.
What other companies did you pick, Brian?
I have picked Canon, Dominion Energy,
Altera.
Progeny. I don't know how to say this. Progeny or Progeny Systems.
You should probably learn how to say it.
NavC. HII, which is shipbuilding. And then Elbit.
Police assault incoming.
I was
30
looking at
seconds.
HIS.
Elvis.
You were looking at what, too?
HII.
Oh. I'm still looking at more.
Get ready. Here they
Yeah, you weren't here at the beginning, Brian, but my overseas stay has been extended,
Oh, good.
which I already knew was going to happen. It is now officially... Okay, not officially. Technically been... Okay, no, we'll go with officially. It's been officially been extended to 11:15. Technically, I probably won't need to be there that long because the person that is supposed to be going to oversee permanently, they said they're going to try and get her there either next week or the week after. They said the last week of October, but when I was there last Wednesday, they said that she was kind of nowhere near being signed off yet. So I don't know how well that's going to work in a week. So it's probably like 2 weeks before they send her there. And then I'm supposed to train her while she's there. I think it's stupid. I shouldn't have to train people. I don't get paid enough to do that. So yeah. Officially, I'm supposed to be there until the 15th. Technically, probably not. But that all depends on any person. And how long it takes them to get signed off. Because
I could work. Sorry, I could work at ADS, and I could make a ANP Q15.
aim down sight.
Nah, bro, it's a laser pointer for your gun.
Oh, aim down sight.
I could take one home. No, see, it's the opposite of aim down sights, Coleman.
Oh, so N ADS, not aim down sight.
Also, I didn't even say ADS.
What'd you
I'm pretty
say?
sure you did say ADS.
I said ANPQ, ANPEC.
Where the fuck did it? Nah,
I swear to
you
God, I
said
heard
ADS.
ADS.
I don't know. You guys probably heard the A,
No.
and you're like, oh, the only term I know that starts with an A is ADS.
No, I swear to God, I heard ADS.
That's how it's done.
Guys, it's because the company's called ADS. I said it at the very start.
Yeah,
Okay,
see?
so we weren't
Yeah,
fucking
well,
tripping.
yeah, but you were kind of confusing because you only said it after I said other terms. I'm
Nah,
gonna
that was
poke you
that
guys
Discord
so
delay.
long.
That was that Discord delay.
Sure.
Because the minute you said ADS for me, I said aim down sight.
I mean, I guess I believe Coleman's Discord delay because he's running on like 6,000 ping.
I don't know what ping I'm running on right now.
Watch out. They're bringing in dozers.
I can tell you I'm playing FIFA on 60 frames.
Got rid of that fucking sniper.
Oh, doing too much. Just trying to get one of them Chris MD compilation goals.
Brian, do you want to go to Roanoke with me?
No,
Oh.
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah, Roanoke kind of sucks.
We'll set down to pick you up by the waterfront this time. It's a bit further away, but it's just too much heat any closer.
I found out today, apparently DegreeWorks says I'm listed as a senior.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder what it has me listed as. Probably a senior.
Probably like freshman.
Super senior.
Fuck, man.
What the fuck? Oh, Brian, go on to Epic Game Store and cop free pirate battle royale game.
Chase has gone down.
Get it. It's free. I don't even remember what it's called.
Wolf is down.
It's in the Discord. If you need.
Blazing Sales. You got 3 more days.
Horizon Zero Dawn's on here, 67% off.
Yeah, I just saw that as well. You can also get this other game for free, whatever the fuck this is. Cube. 10th anniversary.
Oob. What should I get for dinner?
Me.
Woo.
Boo.
Oh,
Yes.
Kelowna's shipyard? Kelowna?
I didn't. How many companies are going?
Like
At least 5.
160 something.
I didn't see that many when I was looking on the app.
Really?
Is this a multi-day event or is this just a one-day thing?
It's one day.
It's a multi-hour.
Mm. I was about to say, because Virginia Tech's career fair for engineering was a multi-day thing, and some companies were only there for like certain days.
What time are you going, bro?
There's I don't know. Okay, so there's 25 companies per page and there's 7 pages, so 175 max.
Hmm.
My mom actually offered to drive me over there instead of you.
Okay, good, because I'm not gonna be able to if you're trying to go at 11.
Why? Where are you going?
Haircut.
Oh, I thought about that.
Yeah, you know, can't be looking
Same.
too shabby. Haircut and a beard shape up.
Beard shape up.
Yeah, he offers it, so I'm like, I might as well get it trimmed by a professional.
Oh, maybe I should get one.
How much beard do you have?
I have a mustache that needs some trimming, and I have, you know.
Oh wow, yep. This looks like a shipyard.
Yeah, I haven't trimmed my beard in a while, so it's getting a little long.
Yeah, honestly, have you seen Coleman's neck?
I have.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think you're confusing my neck with my chin and jaw.
Your chaw? His
Chin
chaw.
and jaw.
Yeah, chaw.
Sure.
The fuck you saying?
Bro, you need to get your chaw looked at.
The fuck you say to me, little shit?
Where is Chula Vista? Oh, it's California. I clicked Virginia.
California.
I hate how bad some of these websites are for these companies.
Fix them.
I don't
When
want
you get
to.
hired.
That's not my area.
Just say, hey, if you want to give me a little bonus, I'll fix this website for y'all.
It's more than a little bonus. It's a whole nother job.
Clean it up for y'all. We get higher, so high. No, I won't back down. No, I won't back down.
Oh my god, I could be a rigger.
Whoa.
Imagine that.
We
Being
say
a
rigger
rigger?
where I'm from.
I mean, notice
I
that
can
I
be
have
a rigger.
RSVP'd. I have RSVP'd.
Bro, you need
Uh-oh.
RSVP.
Need to do research meanwhile playing
What you mean?
Payday.
She just sent me a
RSVP.
thing today. She was like, I noticed you haven't RSVP.
Uh-oh, bro, you might want to RSVP.
I did.
No, I won't back down.
She's full of shit, man. I don't want to go to this company if they're full of shit.
No, I won't back down. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
You can stand me up at the gates of hell.
Second
Make the
floor.
whole city go against me every time
There's
I'm in the
two
streets. I hear
floors
cat,
to this.
cat, cat. Man, dog, where you from?
Hmm.